surprise. Oh, so much happening. So much happening. I do not know where to begin. Where do I go? Where do I stop? I don't know. I am sitting in the presence of humans beyond where they think they are. You know nothing. Nothing. I wanted to sing a song, but I had no words for it because you think you're sitting here. You think you're knowing something. I need to tell you at this grand moment in time, you are not sitting. You know nothing. We are here. All the paradigms that you think you carry with you, even to the point to think you are sitting in a chair. Guess again. Guess again, dearest darlings. Dearest darlings. I must say, my heart is so filled with the moments we have been passing in the last 10 hours of your time with you. Believe it or not, I, Kuthumi, are practically speechless. You are taking me to places I don't even know, and I know everything. Oh, you are taking me to places new. I do not know. I am so gratified for this. Please give me one moment. Begin to understand, dear ones, that the group sitting in this place, each one of you, is participating in a quantum moment. A quantum moment. My correspondent, my dear correspondent, is using her hand in a way to show you the switch. The quantum moment is but an inflex in time. You go from here to there in the quantum moment. You all understand. You all understand. You are bringing in something new. You do not necessarily know. Where do we go? What do we do? I will tell you. Dearest, darlingest, dearest ones, do nothing. Do nothing. Make no effort. Make no choice. Dare I say, make no choice. Sit. Sit with yourself. Make no choice. Oh, how that Kuthumi. Make no choice. You tell me make no choice? Yes. Make no choice. Sit. Be. You are the ones who will begin to understand where you are going. Make no choice. Suspend choice for a moment. I am so honored at this moment. This small room with this magnificent group of human angels with an energy that expands across the planet. You say, oh, no, not my energy. It's not expanding across the planet. Yes, dear one. You sit here now, not knowing, but believing. Make no choice. Oh, You say tomorrow, oh, Kuthumi said, make no choice. No choice. Ha! Make no choice. Yes, I am saying, be you. Be you. Breathe this choice to be you. No other choice. No desire. No reaching out. No choice. In order to make a choice, we must experience no choice. Oh, you say, oh, choice is so easy. Make a choice, it will happen immediately. Yes, I have said this, but you are the ones who will now begin to understand. To make a choice is to first be in this place without choice. No choice. Nothing. 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 So simple. Here you are. Okay. No choice. I will be there. Yes, you are. You are so perfect. Oh, 5 divine angels. There is no coincidence. We all gather in this room. The greatest honor is my honor. My honor. I know you cannot understand this, but please trust and understand. The greatest honor in this moment is my honor. To be here in this moment on earth with a small gathering of human angels. Who trust enough to understand they don't have to even make any choice. Just be in the place of no choice. For this place I am speaking of is the place from which all choice comes. It is neutral. It actually has no positive or negative charge. It is beyond duality, you see. So this is a place from here where each of you can go and understand there exists a place of what I will call neutrality. Not exactly the words, but for the moment, so I don't have to sit in silence and become embarrassed and not know what I'm doing and say, oh my God, the humans will say, he doesn't even know what he is saying from the choice and up and down. But in this choice, I know you all truly do understand. The complication may arise, you see, when humans think, understand the teachings to this moment, make a choice, happen, easy, creation is choice, choice is creation. Yes, true. True. However, you can choose a place of no choice. Great, great place, you see. You go into this place of so-called neutrality, and that is where you learn what your choices are. You see, because your mind may say, here is your choice. You can do this, or you can do that. And so you say, well, I choose this. The way of choice. I choose this as a human. It's so simple. I choose this, and this is the way it will be, and I could choose. Bring yourself into this place where there is no choice, you see. there is you. That is all that is in this place. You come into this place where you are, and you feel there is no pressure. There is no what you call stress. There is no dualistic energy occurring. There is nothing. This is a key to your choices will start to come to you in a very surprising way. What you may have thought, well, I could choose between this or that or this. You may be very surprised in actuality what your choices are. They are nothing like what you have been thinking your choices are. You, sitting in this room, are so aligned with new energy. You will come to see that what you have before you is truly nothing like what you have thought was here before, such as this. What you think are your choices are not. You want a choice. Move into this place. Truly, I will share with you at this moment that you cannot make a choice before connecting in this way, in this place of so-called neutrality. For if you do not go there first, you do not even know what your choices are. You may think, my choice is to do this, go here, I don't know, ascend or not, or go to a school or a seminar, or do this or that. You think these are your choices. No, I have news for you. These are not your choices. Ha! You are about to find your choices are completely different from what you think they are. They really have very little to do with what you consider as your daily human life anymore. You say you want to go to a new level of understanding. You want to go into a new energy which is indeed present on this planet now, which very few humans have gone anywhere near. There's a very small group, tiny group of humans who have any idea, I don't mean a mental idea, but a concept in any way of what this is. So, aren't you also lucky that here I am to say to you, you know, go out on a limb. Go out on a limb. Whatever you think your choices are, be sure they're not. Be sure those are not the choices that you have before you. Listen. 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 Sit and say, I sit here with myself, what are my choices? You will hear what your choices are, and believe me, I, Mr. Kuthumi, your dear friend, am going to tell you they are nothing like what you think your choices are. But here is your opportunity to hear this small, wonderful, you know, all my jokes and funniness aside, I am so honored to be in this present company. For on the earth at this moment, there are many very profound humans, and they are indeed profound. They are indeed ancient, profound souls who have lived such illustrious lifetimes. Yet, they because of the energy surrounding them, really do not know where they are, what their choices are, and where their choices shall come from. I sit in this room, here in this beautiful group, and say to you, sit, draw in a place of no choice. There is no choice. Amazing. Tell yourself, there is no choice. I've been telling you forever, oh, it's only choice, it's only choice. No. Learn what that means only by this essential connection with yourself. You will be very surprised, very inspired to find what this means, what these choices are. And I can promise you, dear angels, always the one thing, the choices shall be very simple. Believe. It is so simple. And what happened when we began speaking of choice is that the mind stepped in, and the mind began to say, well, you could choose this or that. You know, there is no this or that. You know, so you understood so beautifully choice is so perfect, and choice is creation, and creation is choice. But, in fact, you were following the mind's concept of what choice is. So, tonight, I have had much too much wine, so I will not belabor this point. However, choice is not what you think it is, and you... My heart bursts. The energy here around me makes my Kuthumi heart burst, truly, with such love and honor. But here is the first time I say, choice is not dualistic. It is not this or that. It is something completely different. I wish you a beautiful evening of celebration and love. Namaste.
Namaste. Oh, my beloved brother, do not go immediately. Could you please stay here for a moment? Because it has been a while. It has been a time since we had the chance to be here in a body together. And I know the body is shifting, and I know the body wants to take over the control to the personality again, wants to relinquish control to the personality, but of course you know. Of course all of you know together that it is never a matter of choice. It is never a matter of this energy being now in the body calling herself Louise, or that energy being in the body calling itself Kuthumi. It is always a blending. It is always a unity. Much like I, Adamus, am sitting here now in the body of the channel, the beloved Jeshua, listening through the ears of the beloved Jeshua, experiencing once again for a very long time, since a very long time I should say, what it is like to experience each other in the flesh. And that is quite unique. I would like to ask you to stay for a while.
I am here.
I know. It is so very difficult to see the difference sometimes.
Yes.
For really, truly there is.
Indeed, because we are both so beautiful.
And truly there is no difference. There is no true difference between what you call the physical existence and what we would call the ethereal realms. It is so difficult to explain. Because you sit here in these bodies thinking that you are human. And we keep convincing you that you are not.
Trying to.
Yes. And I would like to expand on what you said. First of all, again, it is beautiful to be body-bound together with you and together with all of you. Because this thing that you call choice, this beautiful pearl that you call choice, you see it in so many different facets. You look at choice and you see it as either this or that, but that is indeed, as you said, my beloved brother, sister, a truly dualistic interpretation of it, because I would call choice a pearl. I would look at choice as a flat surface where one choice automatically streams over into the other. One cannot say, this is my choice, and then ignore the other things that would have been possible. As I was coming into this body, I'm always here, but as I was coming into this body, listening to my beloved brother, once again through human ears, I was not just listening through human ears. Who could tell the difference between me listening through this body and me listening through that painting, through any of the other bodies that are here, through the wood in the wall, through the table? It's all the same thing. Choice is a complete moment. Choice is a total moment, where you cannot say, this is my path and that is not. Because that is not true choice. How could true choice indeed be separation from something that you are not choosing? It's impossible. Much like I choose now to drink this little sip of wine, which I have been trying.
By the way, I have been deprived of my wines.
I know this is
I feel as if give me a crust of bread.
We love it.
I will be fulfilled.
It is because we know
Thank
you.
I have been very abstemious for so long. Excuse me, dear brother, for interrupting.
There is no interruption. There is no interruption, because isn't this the place where we need to go to? Isn't this the place that we need to create? Isn't this why we are all here together? To say that there is no separation, to say that there is no such thing as this voice or this voice now speaking while you are listening. This is not true. It is not that these bodies are speaking and that you are listening. It is us listening as well and you speaking as well. It is the wood speaking. It is all of these things happening all at the same time, and that is indeed true choice. If you can go to that space, if you can see that choice is a totality of all things being created as one, then you do understand, all of you, why we, together with you, are here in this moment, and why you have chosen to be here at this celebration. We're all sparks of each other. We are no better than any of you. We are no better than the bodies we sit in now. We are all sparks of one another, and we all share a partnership together. As my brother sister was saying over there, it is indeed true that there are very few on the planet today creating choice, and choice is new energy. You see that? Can you understand how freedom is choice? And I'm not talking like the channel likes to say. I'm not talking about having the ability to choose between 28 different types of shampoo when you go into the supermarket. That is not a choice. Or the 75 different channels that you will find on the television over there. That is not choice. The choice is to be everything at once. The choice is to be all things. The choice is to be the heart. And that is what new energy is all about. That is what we have been creating. That is why we have invited so many humans, so many of you, to join the parade, so to speak, to sing with us, to dance with us, to create this moment together. All that we choose, all that we want, is everything. A choice can be nothing if not everything. Because then it is not true choice. Then it is choice based on separation. This is what new, free energy is all about. Freedom cannot happen if you say, I am free, and those things, those people out there are not. It has to be a complete and total process. And that is why you are here now. That is why you are going to experience these days together. And it is but the beginning of a journey. It is but the start of it. If only. Even we would not know to speak of these things that could be created in the moments to come. Because if we knew, then it would not be choice. Choice is totality. Do not choose things that you think you know, because you won't. Don't choose from the paradigm that you have built up, that which you call your past, because it's not going to manifest anything new. Do not choose to create that which you call your future, because it is not going to create anything new. Choose in the now. And in the now, everything is present. That is why you have to move as one body. That is why you have to move as one soul. That is why those here in the room right now, and I'm going to give you a hug before you leave, dear brother, because it's been such a long time that we did this in the physical.
And the hug in the physical, yes, indeed.
That's what I meant. Yes. That's why I asked you to stay here.
I'm here.
I know.
And I so love your words, brother. You have such an eloquent way to bring it back. Truly, the full circle. We have had discussions, if you don't, if you'll excuse me for the interruption.
It's no interruption.
We have had these discussions endlessly on the other side, you see. Mm-hmm. And then we come into the small select group.
Indeed.
Beautiful group. And then we are saying the things we have been talking about on and on and on and on. Are we so happy now to have this moment?
Yes.
My honor.
Exactly. And that is why we are now very happy that you are here. Because to have the ability to say this to a group of what you would call humans, even this small, will make sure that it, in the end, moves into all of humanity. And that is bringing it back to the point why the choice that you think is choice is not real. Because you would think, I am going to choose this for myself now, I am going to take a shower. It's not a true choice. Because all of humanity is not resounding within that moment. There are people out there who would be hot and hungry and who would not have the ability to choose as you would choose. And so it is not a choice based on freedom. Freedom is divine. Freedom is something that is divinity and not something that is separate. So that is where you are right now, in the space where you have the ability to create something completely new. And we call it new because you have forgotten. It's not new at all. It's old.
We're so sick of this and tired from it, but for now, the moment, it is new.
New, but it's actually authentic.
It makes us very happy that it is new here for you.
Yes.
Because we have been waiting for eons of what you would call time for it to be new for you. Although it is old for us.
Yes. And basically, it is but authentic. That's all it is. It is an authentic choice. It is the way what you would call humanity used to live on planet Earth before everything happened the way you remember it. And your memory is not real. The memory that you have of your history, the memory that you have of independence and freedom is not real. You have been programmed to remember something which did not truly happen. Is it not? You think of your history and you go to your classrooms And you tell yourselves, this, as my teacher has said in grade school and in high school and in college, is history. It is not. It is truly not.
Thank you, darling. It's like my little Linda. Oh, just a silly joke. But you know, her mouth does get very dry over here, and she doesn't know what to do, so she needs the water.
I choose the wine.
She prefers the wine, so she'll have the water. Excuse me, most honorable
Stop excusing
colleague.
yourself. So human.
I need to, darling.
Oh,
I
thank you very
excused
much.
myself, for I had a turn, and now you come in. We discussed earlier, and you said, "No, I'm not coming." So I thought you weren't coming, and then you did.
I know, but
so that's why I'm being extremely polite, just to make sure you stay here. Not say, "Oh well, he came in, and then he made jokes about other people." And
Well, stop excusing yourself.
thank you. I'm very happy to do so.
You have to excuse yourself on the other side.
No.
So don't do it here.
I like to do it here because this correspondent, a dear of mine, she likes things to be just so.
I
She
know.
does.
It is your spark, is it not?
Yes, she's so, I must honor her
I understand completely.
politesse.
I understand.
Yes.
But anyway, all that we basically wanted to say is that you sit in a creation of your own making. And choice is not about separation, it's about creation. And creation can only happen when it is fully expressed in all things. You cannot create anything in this room if you were a painter or a writer, whatever you were. You would not be able to create anything in this room if you were not present within all things that is this room. You need to have total choice of all things working together as one, you being the heart of the expression of all things, to allow yourself to make happen what needs to happen. And that is the space that you sit in now. That is why you are here now, in this moment. That is why you are going to spend the coming days together. You understand? It is about something, is it not? That is so completely new. And in a way, I hope that your channel, that your expression is also hearing this at this moment, and that mine is as well, because it is about a completely new and divine order, which is not an order at all, it is chaos. It is complete freedom. And believe me, again, I used to be about order. You don't want to see my library in the past. You don't want to see the way I stacked my clothes, the way I used to go through my routines every single day when I was pre-ascended. It's impossible to go to that space because nobody is that insane. But I was that way. I know now that everything pointed towards this. That there is no longer any difference between what you would call humanity and what you would call divinity. That there is no longer any difference between what you would call earth and what you would call heaven. And others who have had voices that resounded all over the earth have made that difference. Although the words that came through from us and others like us were about non-differentiating. Were about being one. The differences were made, however, and this is why you have come together now. Why you are here now. To make sure that that stops. Because only then can freedom begin to flow. Only then can you step into what you truly are. And all of you have missions, if you would like to call it missions. All of you, and not everybody is here right now, but you will pass on the message in your own words. You will pass on the words, but you all have missions to create this collective of choice and beauty and joy and freedom and oneness and awareness and innocence and nonsense. Yes, you're always about the nonsense. We know. It is necessary. And very much so. But all of these things coming together as one, dear brother, sister, dear brothers, sisters, is what is going to happen on planet Earth now. The old that you have known, that has woken you up, basically, is still going to be around for a while. Allow it. It is called a second wave. It is called a third wave sometimes. Allow it to be there, for some others on this planet still need to be awakened. But from that point, blessings.
She wasn't ready for the huge gulp I took. Excuse me again.
You always like to swallow.
Oh, I must be on my way now. I will stick around. I have the fortitude for centuries and eons. I can put up with that.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I shall have another sip, carefully. Not to draw attention.
No. That's not who we are. But anyway, understand that the coming days are going to turn around your lives, are going to turn around the things that you have known. But especially to you, we would say now, the things that you have done in your lives are not the things that you're going to be doing. They're templates, however. They're templates of things that you needed to experience to get to the space that you're going to. Alright? So remember that, understand that, and please know that you are loved. And that you are love. Understand that that choice of love resounds in all things. And when you see the gift in the choice for love, everything around you respects it and responds to it. You have witnessed this as you have been moving towards this place, and you have seen the beauty of nature sometimes. In most cases you have seen the experience that the earth could bring, and how you are present in that moment also. In the coming days we will speak about moments. We will speak about you being every moment also. We'll speak about the beginning of time, and we will speak about the end of time. Because that is what is coming. The end of time is your choice. Because that is when choice becomes complete, you see. It is a pleasure, as always, and an honor to be here. And it is very unique, I must admit, to talk in the physical. It's beautiful to do that. It actually announces to us that our names are limited. That our names at some point in the future will no longer be necessary for the message and the truth to come through. Because why would our names be more important than yours? And why would your names be important at all? And if your names are not important at all, ours are not also. This is the space that we're moving into. That which you call life, which you call Gaia, which you call one, is once again about to pour out of all of you, together with us, together with all things. And we have waited for very long, because I need to say this now, before I go. I have a party to get to, but I need to say this now.
You're at a party now.
I need to say this now. If you look at your names, and if you look at your lives, they are truly so unimportant, and yet you have given them all importance. You have given them everything to ego, everything to personality, and you used to create yourself in this little box, and that is ending. But what lies beyond it? What is beyond that space? That is what new energy is all about. That is what you are bringing in. You see? That is why so many voices have spoken. We, as we, or one of the many, or two of the many in one, or two of the many. It is so easy to say
Two
one.
parts of one?
Yes.
Of the many?
Yes. To step into the ascension process. We have always said that we stopped at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Now why did we stop? Because we realized we could not move ahead without all of you. Because that would have been standing on the mountain shouting that we were free to a world that was enslaved. And that was not possible. So we stopped our process, turned around, looked at what we left behind, understanding that we did not leave anything behind. And we needed to merge with all things. And that is what is happening now. So we are in a space, much like any other voice that comes through any channel, if it is authentic, that what you would call a go-between. A go-between space, interim area, a waiting room, a green room, whatever you want to call it, where we are partly still looking at ourselves and communicating with you through the personality that we once carried, and at the same time bringing in the divine. It is our hope, our dearest hope, that at one point you will be in that room also. And you are truly, but you do not believe it yet. So that when that happens, we will see, all of us together, that we are one being, one life, one choice. And from that choice, we can be life once again, moving forward into the unknown. We don't know what lies behind because it has not been scripted. But we do know that the only way to step into that space is to be one shoe, all of us together. Otherwise, it will be impossible to do so. So, understanding all of this, you said, dear brother, sister, about this group being here together. This is more pivotal and important than you think. And we would like to drink and raise our glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
And please speak of this to those who have not heard. And we will talk more about this in the coming days, of course.
Salute.
Salute. Many things have been said about us, like many things have been said about you, which are not true. Define what is true and what is not true by undefining the truth. And that is when you get to that point of choice. I thank you for opening this discussion, brother.
Excuse me, dear brother, that you were busy and that darling Ambika asked my correspondent to proceed, and she was so willing that here I came. But I know you were prepared for this.
Of course.
One moment I would like to just simply add.
Please.
You used the word template earlier. The template, as much as we are moving into an energy without duality, there must be some form of, for lack of a better word, template.
Yes.
In force. Otherwise, energy has no guidance, has no cohesiveness, has nowhere to go together. So I simply want to say very quickly that this very small group is bringing in a new, for lack of a better word, I must say template. Non-dualistic.
Yes. Consciousness.
Pure consciousness. Yet, this is a template, you see. It is form in its highest sense. In its highest sense. This moment, simply like that.
Yes.
That's all.
Fleeting.
Be honored. Be honored. I honor you so much. Honor yourselves, please. For this instant, you are bringing in the new template. Non-dualistic, choice, non-dualistic, not this or that, new understanding of choice. You may say, well, I don't even know what he is talking about. You don't have to. You've done it. So I wish you good night and namaste.
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 And one more thing I would like to give you to go to bed with later tonight. If you understand the template and you understand how something can be fleeting, which is form, and eternal, which is energy, at the same time, and your consciousness is the answer to these things. Remember that. And remember what you truly are. And now I would like to have that hug.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The hug.
The hug.
In the physical body,
physical
dear
form.
brother. Oh, how we loved it.
I'm tasting your hair.
How is it? A little chemical.
It is nice.
Oh, good.
And the light went on in the universe. Well, shall I do the closing?
Sure.
Well then, and so it is.
So it is.